Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Is this Tom and Hollis murderer on Bold and the Beautiful? B&B has a killer in everyone's midst, and it could be someone everybody seems to love. Lie. While it's clear that Sheila's not the killer of Tom and Hollis on the Bold and the Beautiful, the real murderer is still out there. In fact, it may be someone beloved in the community that no one would suspect. If it's not Poppy or Justin, then who? On B&B, Tom was a homeless guy played by Clint Howard, who Star Trek fans may remember as Balok from the 1966 episode, The Corbomite Maneuver. Since then, he's been in a zillion things, but most recently, his B&B role was fun and beloved, and it was a sad moment for fans when an apparent drug overdose killed off Tom. However, not too long after that, another one of Deacon's scene canon, other employees at El Giardino, Hollis W. Chambers, also died from an overdose of the same drug, which would indicate that the two were murdered. Hollis had found Tom's backpack in a back room, which contained a stack of letters. Katie, Heather Tom, was suspicious of Poppy, Romy Park, and when she delved into her past, she learned that Poppy had been at the same concert as Tom over 20 years ago. Katie had suspicions that Poppy killed Tom, and when his backpack turned up in Poppy's apartment, her daughter Lisa Yamada, had the same thoughts. It turned out that the letters in it were from Tom to Poppy, where he insistently exclaimed that Luna was his daughter, not Bill, Don Diamond. Poppy declared her innocence, and it's apparent to even the casual viewer that she's not the killer, but clearly someone murdered Tom and then Hollis for a nefarious reason that may be connected to Tom and Poppy's prior relationship. But if it wasn't Poppy, then who? Find out whether or not Poppy is addicted to drugs. The killer is someone we know. Another obvious culprit could be Justin Aaron D. Spears, because he seems to look guilty every time Bill mentions the murders. He doesn't seem to have a clear motive. It's highly possible that Finn's Tanner Novlan mother, Naomi Matsuda, is the killer, and we have a hard time disagreeing with that, especially because she seems to be angry about something. For some reason, she hates her sister Poppy and has been accusing her of being a gold digger. She ran the DNA test to determine if Bill was Luna's biodad, and even Soaps agrees that she may have falsified it, knowing that Tom was actually the girl's father. While she has animosity toward Poppy, she has a soft spot for Bill, because he saved her life. Because Hollis found the backpack with the letters, she could have offed him to keep him quiet about it. Let's face it, Lai has been angry since we first met her, so killing a few people may not be beyond the realm of possibility. Considering that she likes Bill, she could very well have faked the test and killed Tom and Hollis to ensure that the world believed he was Luna's father. As Soaps also noted, Lai was there when Tom died but didn't step in to help out. That could be a major tell, and she could very well be a killer in everyone's midst. In the glimmering city of Los Angeles, where drama is as common as the Pacific Ocean breeze, the world of the Bold and the Beautiful has been rocked by a chilling murder mystery. Two beloved characters, Tom and Hollis, met untimely ends, leaving the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families reeling with grief and suspicion. The question on everyone's lips, who could have done it? The story begins on a seemingly ordinary day at Forrester Creations. The sun filtered through the glass windows, casting a golden glow on the bustling fashion house. Ridge Forrester, ever the stoic patriarch, called an urgent meeting in the executive office. His voice was steady, but his eyes betrayed the turmoil within. "Thank you all for coming on such short notice," Ridge began, his gaze sweeping over the familiar faces. "As you know, the recent events have shaken us all. Tom and Hollis were not just colleagues, they were family. We need to get to the bottom of this." Brooke Logan, sitting beside Ridge, nodded in agreement. Her usual bright demeanor was overshadowed by concern. "We can't let this tragedy tear us apart. We have to find out who did this." Steffi Forrester, always the fierce protector, clenched her fists. "I won't rest until we have answers. Whoever did this will pay." As the meeting concluded, the Forrester family dispersed, each member lost in their thoughts. Meanwhile, in a dimly lit corner of the Forrester mansion, a shadowy figure lurked, watching the family with intense scrutiny. Liam Spencer, ever the inquisitive one, decided to take matters into his own hands. He began by retracing Tom and Hollis' last steps. His first stop was Bikini Bar, a popular hangout for the fashion elite. As he entered, the familiar buzz of conversations and clinking glasses greeted him. "Liam, over here," called Wyatt Spencer, waving him over to a corner booth. Wyatt's usual playful demeanor was replaced with a somber expression. "Wyatt, have you heard anything?" Liam asked, sliding into the booth. "Just whispers," Wyatt replied, lowering his voice. "People are scared. No one knows who to trust." As the brothers discussed potential leads, a bartender named Leo approached them. "I couldn't help but overhear," he said, glancing around nervously. "I might have some information." Liam leaned forward, eyes narrowing. "Go on." Leo hesitated, then continued. "A few nights ago, I saw Tom arguing with someone in the alley behind the bar. I didn't get a good look at their face, but they seemed desperate." "Desperate how?" Wyatt pressed. "Like they were cornered," Leo said. "It was intense, and then they just disappeared into the night." With this new lead, Liam and Wyatt decided to investigate further. They headed to the alley where the altercation took place, hoping to find any clues the police might have missed. As they combed through the area, a faint glimmer caught Liam's eye. "Bingo," Liam muttered, picking up a broken piece of jewelry. "This could be something." Back at Forrester Creations, Steffi was conducting her own investigation. She had always been perceptive, and her instincts told her that someone within their circle might have the answers they sought. Her first suspect was Thomas Forrester, her brother, whose tumultuous past made him an easy target for suspicion. "Thomas, can we talk?" Steffi asked, finding him in the design studio. "Of course, sis. What's on your mind?" Thomas replied, his expression guarded. "Do you know anything about what happened to Tom and Hollis?" Steffi asked directly. Thomas sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I wish I did. I've been racking my brain, trying to figure it out. But I promise you, Steffi, I had nothing to do with it." Steffi studied her brother's face, searching for any hint of deception. Finding none, she nodded. "Okay. But if you hear anything, you have to tell me." Meanwhile, across town, Bill Spencer was using his considerable resources to conduct a parallel investigation. He enlisted the help of Justin Barber, his trusted right-hand man. Together, they scoured through financial records, phone logs, and surveillance footage, hoping to find a thread that would unravel the mystery. As days turned into weeks, tensions in the Forrester family reached a boiling point. Accusations flew, alliances shifted, and secrets were unearthed. But amidst the chaos, one person remained eerily calm: Quinn Fuller. Quinn had always been a wild card, her actions unpredictable and often dangerous. Her relationship with Tom had been fraught with conflict, and many wondered if her volatile temper had finally reached a breaking point. As the pieces of the puzzle slowly came together, all eyes turned to her. One evening, as the sun set over the city, Liam received an anonymous tip. "Meet me at the old warehouse on 5th Street. Come alone." Ignoring the potential danger, Liam followed the cryptic instructions. The warehouse was abandoned, its once vibrant walls now covered in graffiti. As he stepped inside, the creak of the door echoed through the empty space. "Hello," Liam called out, his voice reverberating in the silence. A figure emerged from the shadows, their face obscured by a hood. "You want to know who killed Tom and Hollis?" Liam's heart raced. "Yes. Do you know?" The figure nodded, slowly lowering their hood to reveal Quinn Fuller. "It was me," she confessed, her voice devoid of emotion. "But you need to understand why."